Of course, we can't get this video started without a good cold start. So I'm gonna do a good E85 cold start. This right here is gonna be a true testament to how good my tuner is. Just so people don't think I'm lying. Because I want people to know how good this tuner is. Because if you need your car tuned, this is the guy. It's 46 degrees. You got that?
Mm-hmm.
It's 46 degrees out here. And this thing is cold. This is the exhaust. I'm about to fire up. I'm gonna show you how good my tuner. As a matter of fact, I ain't even gonna get in the car. I'm just gonna hit the button. Watch how good my tuner is. Let the fuel pumps kick on for a second. Okay, y'all ready? All right, welcome back to the LS Darrious YouTube channel. We got issues with the Wolf Camaro again. I'm learning from my mistakes as I go. A couple things I did wrong. I'm not going to hide anything. I'm going to show it to you. So, my upper mounts on my coilovers are supposed to be clevis mounts, but I mounted the clevis mounts to the rubber boots, and I'll show y'all that once I get it off the car, because right now they're still on the car. And there was too much play. I didn't know I was supposed to have solid mounts. I put the solid mounts on the screen so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I was supposed to have these mounts, but instead I try to use the stock mounts, which has the rubber bushings, and that's a no-go. I got some steel plate in the backyard. I'm gonna cut this plate up and I'm gonna build my own brackets. I was gonna order the brackets, but brackets like 300 bucks. Look, this is a budget channel. I'm trying to save as much money as I can. And if I can help somebody by showing them what I'm doing and how I do it, hey, by all means. Some people may say, just buy the brackets, but me, I'm trying to save as much money as I can. So I'm going to cut my own brackets, and I'm gonna show y'all that whole process. So hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm about to get these wheels popped off this car real quick, and yeah, we'll get this video started. Let's get it. All right, so this is gonna be a better view. So you can see witness marks right here of where the upper control arm was actually coming in contact with my strut tower, and that ain't supposed to be like that. And if you zoom in right here, y'all please don't judge me. I didn't know no better. So if y'all saw my last video where I assembled these coilovers, I had mentioned where they didn't send me these brackets here, so I had to order these brackets separately. And the way it looked, I mean, I couldn't really find no information on it, but the way it looked, it mounted into the factory upper mount. So that's what I did. But apparently you can't mount this rubber on this, which I knew was a bad idea, because it, like, when the shock is actually off the car, you can actually wiggle this. Well, you can see right here, it's got a little movement. It's hard to pick it up on video. If you look up here, you see where my tire was coming in contact, and actually on the other side where I have my wire harness, take you over there. It actually came in contact with my wire harness right here. And yes, this was a bad idea to mount the wire harness inside the fender well, but I thought it was far enough back to where it would never come in contact with the tire, but it definitely came in contact with the tire a couple times. And inside the fender well. So, we don't have a shock issue. We have a rubber mount issue. I should never use this mount. Kids, don't never use this mount. If you're doing your project, you have to have the solid mounts. I didn't know, so I'm gonna assume there has to be other people that didn't know neither. So I don't want anybody to make this mistake. So hopefully you come across my video before you assemble your coilovers. Well, before you mount your coilovers and mount them improperly. But I'm gonna get this other wheel popped off. I'm not gonna bore y'all with the process. Next time I pick the camera up, I'm gonna already have the front struts off. And I'm gonna go back here and start making my template for my plates. Cut these plates out. This is it. Hey, check me out. drove the car yesterday, 2 days ago, and I started having overheating issues. I noticed about 2 weeks ago. I drove the car probably about a good 5 miles, and it was trying to spike up a little bit. I know this isn't about an overheating issue, but I just wanted to show y'all my mod that I did, because I think I resolved the issue. So I was driving the car, and it started spiking up a little bit, and I think it got up to like 210. And whenever the car sat off, when I turned the ignition on, the radiator was already at like 220. So I'm pretty sure it was like an air restriction. And I know they say these cars like to feed from the bottom, but there's really no good way to mount an air dam on it. I mean, it can be done, but as you can see, there's a bar in between, so it's gonna be kind of hard to pull air. I guess something is better than nothing, right? Everybody told me that this one little mod cutting this grill wasn't gonna work. But I drove it the other day, it never got hot. Never got over like 200, and I did like 3 good pulls, and it was cooling off as I was just cruising around. Also did a heat extractor on the hood. But man, heat extractor. So that way I can pull fresh air from the front bumper and pull the hot air at the top of the hood. What y'all think? How y'all think it look? A little ghetto? Don't flame me for my hood pins. I have a million people telling me every day, man, you need to get rid of hood pins, get rid of hood pins. Until I find a better way, these hood pins gonna have to stay. I know they sell the pop pins but look, there's nowhere for me to mount any other kind of hood latch unless I add metal, but then it's gonna get into the niceness, and I don't wanna do that. I'd rather just keep these hood pins. Yeah, you sacrifice a little bit on the front, but I mean, it's not like they're there and they're not functional. They're definitely there for a reason. So for right now, I'm gonna have to leave them up there. The most I do is get my buddy Kurt to just fill these holes, repaint the hood. Also, the bumper got a few different imperfections. You really can't see it on camera. In person, this car really isn't that perfect. I mean, it's definitely been used as a race car is supposed to be used. But enough with the rant. I'm about to get on into tucking these struts off. I really knew better than this here. I just want to show y'all this real quick. Look at this. These bolts are tight, but look how much play this thing got. Look at that. There was no way I was expecting that to hold anything. I'm surprised it didn't break it. Like, I'm surprised my actual mount didn't break the rubber boot. Dang, that blows my mind. But let me continue. All right, guys. So I got my shock mount disassembled. I got my template already made. So I'm going to take this out back, and I'm going to trace this out onto my piece of steel that I have in the back. And I'm going to cut this out with my angle grinder. And my plan is, this is going to be the bottom of the mount. This is the top side. No, this is the top. This is the top side. This is the bottom side. And I'm going to mount my bracket right here in the center. And I'm going to use the bolt that came with it. And then I have me a steel mount instead of having this rubber bushing. So, yep, I just figured I'd get y'all caught up to speed. I almost skipped a step, and I want to show y'all the whole process. So y'all can either tell me I'm a genius or how I'm a fool. Y'all just comment down below. Comment your opinions. I'm not easily offended. Check out my $4,000 workbench. This is an expensive workbench. So this morning I went by Harbor Freight and I got me a vise, because I've been needing a vise. It sucks when you're trying to cut steel and you can only hold either the Sawzall or the cutoff wheel in one hand, and you got to hold the metal with the other hand. And then if your Sawzall catches the metal, it like shakes it real hard and you about cut your hand open. Now I don't have to worry about it. So this receiver plate is actually for my winch. So my winch has a receiver like this as well, where I can take the winch on and off. I can take it off this trailer and put it on another trailer. But this right here is multi-use, because now I can use it for my vise and my winch. Like when I'm not using it to haul cars, I can use it for shop, whatever I'm doing in the shop. So my buddy Kurt gave me this piece of steel. I'm gonna take whatever I don't use back. He was nice enough to let me get it for free. So I'm gonna trace my template out onto the steel, to a flat piece. I would do it on this end here, but it has these holes in it, which could be a good or bad thing. I guess I could technically trace it here. But, well, I don't really want those holes here because I think it's going to be weak spots. We'll see. I'm gonna get it figured out. I did notice that this steel is kind of warped up in here, so I might have to cut it. I don't even know if I picked it up on camera. I might have to cut the steel here because it's a little warped, and I want all the steel to be kind of flat, so you can kind of see it here. But yeah, y'all get the point. I'm gonna go on and cut this plate here out, and like I said, I'm gonna put y'all on the time lapse, and I'm gonna show y'all the whole process. I'm only gonna show y'all one plate that I cut. No need to show y'all how I cut both plates because it's gonna be the same process for both sides. So let's get it. Safety first, safety third. So I'm going to just go on and cut this piece here off because again, this piece here, I probably could use a little small section of it. I guess I could use a small section. So I'm gonna cut this piece here and I'm gonna trace this out on it. This plate is some heavy plate here. I think it's 1/4 inch, might be overkill, but being that this a DIY project, I wanted to get it as thick as possible. Trace my template out. Now, start cutting this thing up. like it. Like it a lot. Like it a lot. Now I'm gonna make sure these holes still line up. My template. I think they're fairly close. Now I'm going to go ahead on and cut the other plate out. I'm going to drill these holes. Y'all know how to drill a hole. I basically showed y'all how to make this plate if y'all want to make the plate. You can spend a few $100s on a plate, or you can make your own at home. Hey, it's up to you. All right, so I got my plates all made. This one here, I kind of messed up. I know they say the metal is a little bit weaker whenever you drill in multiple holes, like close together like that, but I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be just fine because I'm also putting this big plate on here. So, and then I'm gonna put a washer on the other side. So I think it'll be good. But this is how they came out. These are my plates I made. I cut a slit right here on the edges. That way I knew where to line my shock mount up, because I didn't want to paint the actual mount, but I just twisted it like a 45-degree angle, and I can see my lines there, and that's how I line them up. But got me some new hardware because my bolts weren't quite long enough. These are grade 8 bolts. Tractor Supply are proud of these bolts too. They were like $5. And then I bought all these bolts here in this bag. I got washers for days. So I'm going there like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go on and assemble these shock mounts, get them put back on the car. Hopefully try to mess with the ride height some. I'm kind of losing time today. I'm about to cut it off here in a second. I've been out here for a couple hours now trying to get these mounts right. Since it was my first time, it was a lot of trial and error. That's why I kind of messed up here. But if this is all that I messed up, I'm not too mad. I'm not too concerned. So these are my brackets. Finally got them done. This is the passenger side. This is the driver's side. I got them twisted on an angle because the way the body is on the car. These shocks here actually had an angle already on them. See right there? So I just put mine at an angle so I wouldn't have a weird angle with my upper shock mounts on the actual shock itself on the coilover. But this is it. That's how it came out. Got my greasy handprints all over, but it is what it is. You won't see this part anyway. But yeah, I'm about to get them installed on the car. I did paint the upper control arm bracket as well because I had to take it off because, as a matter of fact, I'm about to show y'all real quick why I took it off. This is the driver's side upper control arm bracket, and they don't even weigh enough to even justify spending $300. So that's why I just went ahead and made these brackets. But these do have a bulge on the backside that you will have to cut off if you decide to use your factory mounting brackets. So you just stick these plates on here like this. It's gonna be hard to do one-handed. Stick these plates on here, and as you see, the holes line up perfectly. And you're probably wondering about the metal that I cut out in the center. That really don't matter because this plate that I'm sticking on the outside is going to sandwich it between the strut tower and this plate. So it's plenty enough metal there, so I don't have to worry about it breaking or anything crazy. This is what it looks like from the top side, in case you were wondering. This is it. This is it. So now I'm about to reassemble all this crap. Next clip, I hope to have the car back on the ground. I think the hardest part is going to be trying to get the ride height right, since there's going to be about a 2-inch difference now between the old shock mount and the new shock mount that I just made. But I'm here for it. So hope y'all really enjoyed the video. If y'all made it this far in the video, make sure y'all comment, like, share, and subscribe. It really means a lot. It's going to be the final look. Finally got everything tightened down, buckled down. Like I said, I ran my bolts through the top. I was going to try to face them down, but bump it. It looks cleaner this way. This is what it looked like all put together. She's strong. Way better than that rubber when we first started. So now, the time-consuming part is adjusting the ride height. So I'm not going to record that part, but y'all get the gist. Now y'all can see why I put the shock mount at an angle. Because you see, if I would have put it straight, like it would have been hitting the body of the shock, like right here, like the head. So I twisted it on an angle just a little bit on both sides. That way I got clearance. So as the shock coming down or going up, it shouldn't hit anything. Looks pretty solid to me. Took me a couple hours to figure everything out, but once I got it figured out, got my pattern just perfect. Got everything mounted back up. Shoot, I think it's perfect. Can't wait to test it out. The way I had it before was extremely dangerous. I'm surprised like it didn't break. But again, I'm learning. Also trying to save money as I go. And shoot, it's trial and error. Another thing, my catch can is full. So I gotta drain this. Got oil everywhere. I know there's oil residue everywhere, and the only place it could come from is the catch can. So I gotta drain this some kind of way. Probably put like a pan or something or drain it out the bottom. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but I'll figure something out. But anyway, like I said, make sure y'all comment, like, share, and subscribe. And I hope y'all learned something. I hope I can help someone. I raised the front end. I got it at 27. I usually have it around about 26 and a half, but it'd be too low. And I get tired of scrubbing the ground everywhere I go, so I got a little bit more clearance now. What y'all think? How this thing look? Grill cut out. Sheesh. Extractor. Should I paint this extractor or should I leave it like the matte gray? I want to paint it gloss black, tying with everything else. Y'all let me know down in the comments.